Sliding around the seat here because I'm not hanging on. Is this a real thing or is it a fantasy? That's a car park of Food Mart. Food Mart's that little place over there, which doesn't look much from outside, but every Phalang in John Team and Pattaya probably knows where it is. It's where you can buy anything that you need Phalang food at a fairly reasonable price. I had to come here to buy a notebook to write in. I couldn't find any in any of the sevens at John Team. You can't find notebooks, that's old technology. Let's go and have a look at the bus station over here and try and work out where they go. And there's the airport bus to the airport, Bangkok, Swanepoel. That's what it is. It leaves from here. I'll go and see if I can find out some information about that. It's quite warm today, it's about 40 something. Not in the centre of everything, but it only costs 10 baht to get here. We'll go and have just a little bit of a look here. Is this a real thing or is it a fantasy? Easy come, easy go. Yeah, I watched that film the other day. It's quite good. I'll go and find out how much it is to go to the airport. This is where you buy the tickets. And if you're a little pooch, you can have a little sleep. Price is 143 bahts, which is about, I don't know, not much, 15 bucks maybe. Nice and cool outside and cool in here. Probably an hour to the airport. Okay, easy come, easy go, any way the wind blows. Let's go for a walk. While you're waiting, you got a cup of coffee, all the stuff. Orange juice, 55 bahts. That's the one. I'm going in to get one. Very nice. Hello, can I have orange juice? One. Thank you. Very cool, very nice, nice art. Very good place to come while you wait for your bus. 55 baht for orange juice is okay. There's the prices. Orange juice, 55 baht, would be $2. Yeah, just cool in time. Hey, over in Cork Island, it's 40 something degrees. He's like, just cook it. One day maybe I'll get to Ireland. Yeah, it's got to get out of John Team today. Better go back to my home, up in the sticks, up in the countryside. So I'm just sitting up here having a nice cuppa. I've come all the way to buy this thing here, this technology. Can't buy them nowadays. You got to go to a specialist shop to buy an exercise book or a notebook, or somewhere where there's a lot of children going to school, I suppose, to do it. And the old technology, of course, some people don't know what that is. Well, the young people, they look at it and say, what is that? How does it work? I like it. It works for me. Real orange juice. You could taste the one that was a little bit overripe's gone into it, and no, it's real. Little comment, the oranges in Thailand are green. Unless you buy imported oranges from Alberta, California or Australia or somewhere. Or Thai oranges are green, but they taste bloody beautiful. Like all fresh, real oranges. Taste fantastic. I've got to go back about a couple of miles back. It cost me 10 bahts. 10 bahts is 50 cents Australian, roughly. You can go anywhere, just hop on the bus, ring the bell, get off. Like the old trams that they were at. Hop on, borrow your little ticket, ring the bell. If you stop, get on wherever you want, just wave him down. When you're waving anybody to stop in Thailand or come here, it's this, it's that motion there. Point towards it and do that. It means to the buses, stop and let me on. It means to, if you're talking to a children or a dog, that means come here. in Thailand. Not this. I won't know what that means. That's the sign language for come here. Better get back there, mates, watching footy on telly, watching football on telly, Aussie rules. I'm a little bit slow today, so I can't really get into the Aussie rules. I was going to go across to the beach and just lay down under the umbrellas and shade. And on the deck chair, it's about 80 bahts. It's about 80 bahts. It's about $5. Up in the off season, it'll be 100 bahts in the busy season. Lay there under the umbrellas, the squirrels run around to feed, and the ladies come in and cut your toenails, massage your feet, or scrape the old dead skin off your feet. I don't know what the terminology. I suppose it's pedicure. Pedicure would be the word, I suppose. Which is quite good for an old Aussie bloke that wears bloodstones everywhere normally. You build up a lot of calluses under your feet. Is this a real thing, or is it a fantasy? Sometimes I've got to pinch myself and ask myself. We're talking about the real world. A good friend of my wife over there, that daughter committed suicide yesterday. She was suffering from bipolar, and she'd had, as they say, suicidal tendencies in the past. Yesterday she threw herself off a bridge in the local town, and it wasn't the high end of the bridge, it was the low end of the bridge, and then she come up in the water again amongst all the floating green, the weeds that float on the water, what do you call them, I don't know. And she'd come to the surface and was yelling out, and then she disappeared again. Apparently she drowned. I think they'd found her today. But the point being, it's life and death of a young person of 25 or something. No major problems, just mental health. So I've got to go to the temple tomorrow and meet the family and I get all that sort of stuff, which I absolutely hate doing that. I'll never be able to come to terms with funerals of any sort. Don't want to be there, try to avoid them, but sometimes you can't. It's awful, it's just awful. So I'm down the beach enjoying myself, drinking orange juice, and my good friends' families totally devastated and are shopping. It's awful, but it's just lovely here. I found out where I can get to the airport from here if I have to do a quick exit. 150 bahts, it's about $15 for an hour on the bus. Air conditioned, all that. We've got to go back to Australia soon. We've got to have a reality check. I've got things to do, things you have to do. You hear people say, you hear people say how much does it cost to live in Thailand. But what they don't mention, they talk about how much it costs to live in Thailand and the bill. But what they don't mention is most people have still got ongoing financial commitments in the country where they come from. They have a house, they have a registration, insurance, and just other ongoing things like that. And even if they're just renting a property, they either continue paying the rent while they're away, or they've got to get out of and then try and find something when they get back. And in Australia at the moment, it's extremely hard, almost impossible, to find a rental home. It's just come to a situation where, well, for Australia, it's come to a situation where the people who advocate for the tenants, people who pay the rent, the people that advocate for them have put in so many laws now that it's become really onerous for landlords to rent the houses to people. The people that are renting the houses cannot tell the agents that they don't want pets in the house. They're not allowed to tell them that. Not allowed to tell them they don't want people smoking. They've just got to accept it. And the bad tenants, a lot of mostly good tenants, a lot of bad tenants, abuse the hell out of the system, just walk away and don't pay it. They know what to say, so they don't have to pay. It's very hard for the landlords. It sounds easy money, but if you've got to paint your house and recarpet it and do structural repairs and then clean the car bodies out of the backyard and all that sort of stuff, every time somebody shoots through and doesn't pay for the rent, it becomes a liability renting a place after a while. That's what sort of happened in Australia. Plus, they've had to put the price up to cover that, and then it's become prohibitive for everybody, and a lot of people taking the rental properties off the market. They're very hard to rent somewhere in Australia at the moment, and that's causing a lot of people to live semi-rough, like living in their cars. Families that have had houses all their life are finding themselves living in a tent at the local camping ground, and that's not cheap either. The world's changing a lot, and it's getting towards the like the Depression in America, where they had those Bougainville camps where all the people clustered together who didn't have anywhere to live and built shacks out of whatever they could find. It's happening in America, it's happening in Australia. No one talks about it, but nearly every town's got its own little area out of sight where people who have found themselves unable to pay rent have got to go and live. Not just crackheads, not just drug addicts, crackheads and alcoholics, normal people that are just trying to, they've got good jobs but can't get a house because there's excellent jobs pay okay. Good jobs barely keep your nose above the water, and you have a hiccup or something, and to go and rent a house, you got to find a deposit, pay the bond, you got to get references. It's just a real big expense. And then you've got to furnish it roughly, get some sort of furniture to live in it. If you've got a family, you've got to have some beds for the kids or mattresses and for kids on the floor, cooking utensils, stuff like that. It's just all the little costs that add up. If you move from one place to another and not being able to take stuff with you, it adds up. You can do it, but it adds up. Anyway, that's just a comment. I'm waffling on. I'm just waffling on, guys. John Team, that way. I wonder what the weather is. We'll have a look. Guys, this is the BART bus. There's the back window. That's the BART bus, mate. It's a ute with a canopy on the top, and you can jump on the back. Oh, I'm hanging on my brake rolls here trying to film, but you just cruise up the street, and I'm sliding around the seat here because I'm not hanging on with my hands. I'm filming. I was filming over. Life's alright, life's good. Sometimes things are bad, and sometimes things are good, and sometimes it's all mixed up. You just got to take each day as it comes, that's the thing. So yeah, have a good life, guys. Bye. Hey! What does a bloke do when he's on holidays? What does a bloke do on holidays in Thailand when he lives in Thailand? He comes to Pattaya. I'm having a ball.